Alright folks, welcome to another league. Gonna be playing some Naya Reclaimer, similar to what we were playing in the previous version of the deck, straight up green-white, but now we're gonna be trying out Escape to the Wilds in place of Primeval Titan. Primetime was kind of disappointing in the previous version, so we're gonna see whether Escape to the Wilds does it better. We're also adding Wrenn and Six to the mix. This card is just good. Just a good card. It helps you hit land drops, etc. So we made some adjustments to the mana. Obviously, with the Foothills is going to be the preferred fetch land, and we needed to have Stomping Ground and Sacred Foundry. You're going to see that I'm not playing basic Mountain. Seems a little bit greedy to be playing Mountain, but maybe I just have to. I just need to make room for it somehow. We cut the Florahedron, we cut the Druid, and we added some Wildfires to the sideboard because Tron is actually quite popular right now online. So we're gonna see how this works out. Gonna close that window. Interesting. That's an interesting hand. I guess I'm keeping it. We're getting Stomping Ground on turn 1. We do have a bunch of gas. We do have a bunch of gas here. I'm missing Wailing Vala, but I'm interested. I love the card because I think that one of the best decks in the format is the Heliod deck. And we actually really struggle against the Heliod deck. So having Linvala helps against the Heliod deck. We did play against Yawgmoth in the previous league as well. Did we just figure out 9 plus 1 and 6 is kind of a number or unimportant in your opinion? You mean because it makes the knight smaller? And that doesn't feel like a big deal at all. Kind of in an awkward spot here. I think I'm gonna go with Sanctuary. Hola, Bifu, ¿cómo vas? Modern rotated, says Case Hero, as they come back with the Prime sub for 20 months. Thank you for the continued support, Case Heroes. Opponent knew I would have it. Yeah, they are familiar with my top deck expertise. So. Yeah, I think you're just overanalyzing it. It's really not that big of a deal. So here, if my opponent taps out for something like Bone Crusher, I think we just play Apparition, I guess. Baby Tef. Well, with Baby Tef, I think we just play Wrenn here. Start to get that engine going. Next turn, we're going to have a couple of options. We can Apparition, we can Fellow Retreat. I don't think I'm going to Fellow Retreat with my opponent having Teferi in play, so I think I'm probably going to Apparition. Remand. Just gonna pitch a land. Bolt the Wrenn. Definitely very much okay with this. Definitely very much okay with this. Retreat looked worthy too. Yeah, retreat has been honestly pretty surprisingly good. Cycling line is good with Wrenn, or is it just cute and doesn't matter often? It is okay. Like, it's fine, but I'd rather have fetch and shocks when I'm playing this rough of a mana base. Our mana base is not just, you know, very clean. It's kind of shaky even, to be honest. So let's start there. Let's play our land. I guess I'm gonna Apparition. And we're gonna kill the Bone Crusher. If we kill the Bone Crusher, my opponent bolts here, they get a 3/3. They get to kill a Wrenn. That seems fine though. This draws a card though. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill the Bone Crusher. I guess I should have played the other one because I wouldn't. No, this is fine. Never mind. We need to find the basic planes here regardless. Because I am interested in calling. Hello? That's how you let numbers call. Hello? Eladamri? Sup, dude? Force of negation, pitching force of negation. That's a fine trade with me. Hopefully no bolt for this. Hopefully we get one more land out of this Wrenn. We do. Sweet. Awesome. You used to call me on your side. Remember that song? God damn it, that was bad. That was a really sad time in music's history. That was real bad. Minus on nothing is interesting. It was terrible, I want to go back. It really was bad. It really was very, very bad. Fairy. Fairy down to 3. Here's my Felder Retreat. Here's my Reclaimer. And I guess we start spitting out some 2/2s. Keen for next Silent Talk episode. Hear you 3 Froth over New Modern. New Modern is looking fine. Really fine. I've been having a very good time in New Modern. It honestly just feels so much more fair. It's crazy how fairer it feels like. It feels so much more fair. It's awesome. Like, it feels like it has a power level that, you know, it's just great. New Modern is good until the next set. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. What do you got, opponent? If they have something like Big Teferi. Okay, so I guess my opponent's just playing Spikes deck. minus on my Reclaimer. The thing is, next turn my opponent doesn't really have good attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana is what we got. This is a Knight of the Reliquary. This is another Knight of the Reliquary. This is an Elvish Reclaimer. Not really any point in killing my opponent's dude, right? Or do they just get it back again next turn? Will Tron see resurgence? Yes. Tron already seen a lot of play right now in the modern queues. My opponent can chump attack with the Sun Titan. I guess it's not a chump attack, it's just a straight up trade, but I'm probably just gonna chump block with one of these cat beasts. Because next turn we're gonna put a lot of... Oh yeah, we're gonna put a shit ton of pressure on my opponent next turn. Castle seems to be the odd without it. Oh, you're right! I totally forgot that we're not playing Titan anymore. Yeah, Castle should not be in my deck. You're 100% right, Case Heroes. Yeah, Castle should not be in my deck, for sure. And that's awesome, because that makes room for maybe another Stomping Ground. Hardcast another Teferi. Can get another Teferi here. They probably should. Yep. Just keep drawing cards. But we can like triple block this guy, which seems okay with me, I think. They get a 3/3, but we don't care too much about the 3/3 and they're tapped out, so can't get punished for the triple block. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Call is very interesting. We used Operation already. We can double retreat. And we get 2 2/2s here. So now my opponent can bounce the tokens or they can bounce the retreat, but not both. Kind of wish I had access to a Primeval Titan here because I could have called there for a prime time. And we could bounce Celestial Sanctuary to make sure that we never run out of land drops. If my opponent attacks, I'm taking it. Another Sun Titan. Seems like the play. Okay. So I guess our best stop deck is a fetch land, or maybe another Wrenn. Or I can double Knight of the Reliquary, I guess. So they need to find a path. Opponent's loop is kind of sweet. Yeah, this is a Aspiring Spike brew. It's pretty fun. Never mind, this is not just Spike's brew. My opponent's doing something else. That's strong. That is hella strong. You see my deck? There. Why not one Primeval Titan here? Because I'm playing other cards. Saheeli Sun Titan control, yep. That's what's up. What sold is new again. Yeah, modern is people are going out there right now, which is great. It's becoming pretty tough to outgrind what they're doing. Our knight's not sticking is kind of a big deal. And we continue missing land drops, which is not great for us. Hold. Hold. If at any point we get to untap with either one of these three dudes, we're just in great shape, but wow. Oh, that's just infinite. My opponent has successfully put together Splinter Twin. Good job, opponent. Good job. Tracker seems good. This doesn't do anything. Purges kill exactly Saheeli and the Titan, the Giant, which is not particularly exciting. Kind of just feels like we lost one too many land drops. Yeah, I guess we could play Relic. Like, I'm not excited about it, but maybe Call is just a little bit underwhelming in this shell. Maybe Call is just a tad underwhelming. I don't want to have like an instant speed answer to Saheeli that gets stopped by the Fairy Time Raveler, right? And I said that like it answers Purge answers Saheeli and the Giant. That's it. So it doesn't feel like great value, honestly. Maybe you're underwhelmed in this shell. And called for stabs. And called for. Well, here's my retreat. Please don't remand it. They didn't remand it. Sweet. Now they baby Tef bounce it. Make it toot. Seiko. Mr. Pornella, thank you for the follow. Is my opponent playing Cryptic? They drew a lot of cards last game without ever seeing a Cryptic. Okay, they are playing Cryptic. Maybe I should have given him +1/+1 because of, yeah, I was gonna say. Damn it. Ugh. Just hardcast the giant. Goddess girl, thank you for the follow. Saheeli plus 1, 2, 3. Play a Dryad. I guess let's draw a card first. Not bad. Play this. +1/+1 to everything. And face you. This is just lethal. Play this. +1/+1 to the dudes. And face you. Eight, yep. How many people have suggested splashing blooper for Kusima so far? 2, I think. Maybe 3. 2 for sure. I think this is the life that I want to live. My opponent wants to Sun Titan. Those people are smart, you should listen to them. The only problem that I have with that is that I like to win. So, because I like to win, it sometimes makes it tough for me to do stuff like that, you know? And this castle is looking awful. This should not be a castle. Talk to me. Talk to me. If you find out the way to lose, you'll know how to win. Oh, okay. Good. Reverse psychology. Invasion of the Giants. Awful draw. Very, very bad draw. Very, very bad draw. That's okay. Well, how we got going on here? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what we got going on here. I think I'm gonna go with Dryad here. The reason for going with Dryad is, first of all, it allows me to play the extra land, which is nice. And second of all, I don't want my knight to just die to a stupid lightning bolt. Right now my knight is a 3/3 instead of a 4/4, so my opponent's gonna get to Sun Titan here, which is really scary. Uh-oh, 3 mana? What do you got for 3 mana, opponent? Don't scare me like this. Stomp. Plus Bolt. Alright, sweet. We got sort of a 2-for-1. We got sort of a 2-for-1. Which is okay. But if they do have the giant here, that's gonna suck. See, neither Reliquary and Escape and Dryad, but no prime time. Good. I'm glad to see that your eyes work. Happy to see that you don't have vision problems. Do I just jam here? I think we do this. 4/4 Knight of the Reliquary. Force my opponent to do something about it. Force them to tap out. Jokes on you, my vision problems only happen if I look in the mirror. Yikes. You got a bolt for me? I'll take a bolt. I'm down for a bolt. Oh. Okay. That one's better than a bolt, damn it. I think I'm cracking this on end step. Nah. Oh, come on, give me a break. What do I have to draw the bad cards? 200 viewers, new mother is taking off. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun, right? Like, we have not had a fun modern format in it feels like a million years ago. It feels so long ago when we had a good modern format. Please step out for something. Please step out for something. What's this? Baby Tef. You got it. Minus on my relic. Sounds like the better play. Modern is and was fun the whole time. Sure. If you say so. Whatever tickles your fancy. I think this is the time for me to crack this. And here we go. Boom. I guess I just want to play this Reclaimer, so I force my opponent to use their mana. That's literally the only reason. Like, I know that they're gonna be able to just Bone Crusher this guy. Like, it's fine. But I'm forcing them to use 2 of their mana, because if I untap with Reclaimer, they just straight up lose, so... And I'm not playing the land there, the bog, because obviously I want to get the failure retreat trigger. But like now, if they want to counter the retreat, they can't cryptic. Like they can't counter my retreat with cryptic, and I'm just putting them in a pretty weird spot, right? Like they just have to kill this here, and then they know that there's another a retreat and a Reclaimer coming. But it's kind of a forced play in a way. Wow, really? Okay, so I guess they're really desperate to find a land drop. That's weird. No, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. This is going to be a pretty good turn for us, though. So they're going to kill the Reclaimer. And now we're going to get to do a bunch of shit. Play this. Play this. Play this. Bog you. Guess we make it 2-2. We play this. Give counters to the team. And we hold up fetch land. And not half bad if you ask me. They could have sweepers here. Mono Teferis. And they do have a little bit of diminishing returns. Invasion of the Giants. So I guess I fetch on end step, make another 2-2, and if I draw a fetch land, I win. Yeah, pretty brutal that we didn't find anything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down to 4. What happened to the MDFC creature land? I cut it because I needed my mana to be a little bit better. Skyclave to deny the draw. Actually was not a bad idea. Maybe I should have done that. The thing is, I don't know if my opponent has a sweeper, but at that point we're probably conceding to a sweeper anyway. Yeah, so I guess that denying the draw with Skyclave was the play. Yeah, for sure. For sure denying the draw was the play. These games take forever. Why can't Modern be a turn 3 format again? Oh, I know. Good old turn 1 Valki. Why can't we have like Valki mirrors all the time? What is this? What is this interactive nonsense? What is this interactive nonsense? Out of my face. Sack Blast Zone to make 94-4. That's true. It costs me my Reclaimer, which is not free, but... So my opponent has under 5 minutes left in their clock. Okay. The fairy. Saheeli is scary. So we die to Lightning Bolt. Don't tell me we're just getting slow rolled here. Don't tell me we were just getting slow rolled all of this time. I mean, if we untap, we win. That's the easy part. Bring this up to 3 so we can play around their combo. I can't get a fetch land, unfortunately, because I would die to a Bone Crusher. What can my opponent have that stops me from presenting lethal here? What could my opponent have? Il giocatore medio di Magic. Thank you. Thank you for that follow. I think I serve with everything. I guess we lead with Second Retreat. This means that any land just makes even my 2/2 token lethal. Oh, remand. This is fine though, because we can just go get... Yeah, we can just go get Radiant Fountain. So I think this should be good now. Yeah, they're just dead now. Attack, attack, attack. Force the action. My opponent needs to do something. They do nothing, so we just pass priority. They die. Sweet. So even if they had drawn into bold, like, it just doesn't matter, right? Like, we just knight for Radiant Fountain and we win. All right, sweet. Misbuilt deck. Still a 1-0. No big deal. Fun match though. Fun match. Lots of things going on there. I guess even though I'm playing 3 Wrens, I kind of want to have access to Ramen Excavator as well because we are playing El Ramber Skull. There's also the possibility that we can just do this. Or like play 2 calls maybe. Makes room for another Path to Exile. We could also play Wildfire in the main deck. Wildfire in the main deck doesn't suck. But at that point, like the value of Skyclip Apparition goes down by so much that like, why am I even playing this in the main deck in the first place? No Valak Exploration. I mean, you can only fit so many cards. You can only fit so many cards. Like this is the Modern Lands. Let's see if I can find it. This is the version that I was playing earlier. And by earlier, I mean like 4 months ago or something. Golos for the value. Yeah, if I were to play Golos, I'd rather just play Primeval Titan, obviously. Funny that we're playing against Morgan. Keep this. Damn. Alright. Alright, I'm into it. I want to see more. I want to see more now. Let's play Fountain. I'm just going to jam one of these Explorers. Snap Resolves. Okay. Yeah, House, I couldn't believe somebody mentioned that you didn't talk about the Hydra in the latest episode of the cast, and I'm like, wow. Crazy times. Shit is real, folks. I'll mention it twice next week. Okay. Damn. All right. Morgan's doing it. 1, 2, 3. I guess we want to play a knight. Now I want to play Dredge. Archmage's Charm. Created 2/2. Explorer. Created 2/2. So he needs to play a land. He needs to play land to bring this back. Otherwise, this doesn't really do anything. Created 2/2. that one. So this can't be a 4-4 just yet. I'm still gonna put counters on this. Like, I feel like I have enough dudes already. Push. Push is fine. Takes 8. And there's a knight in play. He kind of has exactly 1 turn to get rid of this guy. That's gonna be a big gal though. And she comes down at instant speed. It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. I guess I should have called in response. Yeah, because I want to do this now. Because if he has Cryptic, then he can't tap my team. Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter would be pretty hot, and it would also not kill my Knight of the Reliquary. They shocked. Okay, so they Ancestral. I mean, that wasn't bad. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, that's a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How perfect. Nice bog face. Yeah, I mean, the pogness was justified. Let's say it like that. Pogness or pogability. So we can force the triple chump here. It's pretty hot. Forcing the triple chump is hot. Also, this escape to the wilds is hot as well. Nice Cosima. Nice Cosima. Yep. Oh man. This is the interaction that I was talking about earlier today. Give him vigilance. Giving vigilance to a Knight of the Reliquary or a Reclaimer is very, very strong. Very, very strong. So he's kind of playing just mono blue nonsense, right? So we want Tracker. Yeah, Snapcaster, but I don't think that's enough for me to win Relic. Just kind of feel like I want to see more before I make any other changes. Like, Tracker is going to be great regardless, but... yeah, this card is doing stuff. This card is doing stuff for sure. So I guess this version is not running any nice. Onto one planes. I mean, one does not mulligan Splinter Twin, right? Friends don't let friends mulligan Splinter Twin. Could one cast the Warfront make sense? No, I don't think there's room. I don't think there's enough room, unfortunately. Bye bye, Trucker. I'm not playing around Shadowed Out, am I? No, I'm not playing around Shadowed Out. Cosima definitely not looking great here. My one drop's just too strong. Come on, Shadowed Out me, Morgan. Do it. I dare you. Nothing, huh? Nothing is the play. We're chilling then. Field doesn't scare me too much. Fun. Good. Hashtag debated. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this engine is still pretty fucking powerful. Not gonna lie, this engine is still pretty solid. Second force, this time pitching Snapcaster. The distance that Wrenn is too much though right now. Would it be worth splashing a different color, filling that void with something different, you think? You could just not play Wrenn. Like the first league that we played today was without Wrenn. I didn't necessarily miss it too much, to be honest. How many aggressive decks have I faced? I honestly don't remember. So I guess Knight is just better than Reclaimer here. Because he just doesn't get pushed straight up. I can swing. I feel like I just have to set up lethal here, right? So now the knight is dead lethal in 2 turns. So my opponent has 1 turn to find an answer. What about Castle Undervale from the previous list you played? It's another mana sink. with the +1/+1 landfall trigger of failure retreat. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things to try out, right? There are a lot of things to try out. The thing is, like, you're balancing different things. Number one, you're balancing your mana requirements. That's step number one. You're just balancing your mana requirements. You need red mana for Wrenn. You need flagstones for Reclaimer because that's your engine, and you need white sources for retreat. You need Valakets for Dryad. Like you have. Your mana is already kind of a balancing act of a bunch of different things that I'm trying to do here. So, step number one, we have to balance all of those things. Then, after you did all of that, which is already a bit of a stretch, you need to balance your utility lands, right? Like, because Reclaimer and Knight of the Reliquary are only good, or are only as good as the options that we have access to. So, cards like Cavernous Souls, Bojuka Bog, Blast Zone, Ghost Square, like all of these cards, they kind of need to be in the deck, and basically all of these cards also mean that you don't have a source that fixes your mana. The only exception, of course, being Horizon Canopy. So we have all of these utility lands going on that you want to balance, and you need to basically make choices and try to figure out what works and what doesn't. But it's tough. Like, this is my first. I just threw this together I just threw this together after the first league, right? Like, I had an idea in my mind, but it's not like I worked on this list for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Playing against Sodek. Probably on Dredge. Probably on Belcher, I'd say. I love how MTG Bot is telling me that Sodek's on Dredge and telling me from 10 days ago where the meta looked completely different. How's he going in results? I mean, we 4-1 the first league and we're currently 2-0. And one thing that I wanted to point out about last game is that we saw Knight of the Reliquary as a beater, right? Like, we saw the power. I just called for Knight and then I was lethal in 2 turns. It is the power of Knight of the Reliquary and why it used to be a staple. So I think this is gonna be an apparition. It's the only way that I can interact with what my opponent is doing, because Sodek is on Belcher. We don't have that many ways to interact game 1. We have a lot more game 2, obviously. Between Eidolon and stuff like that. But this is like the turn that I have off, so I have to do this now. The bad thing is I'm telling Sodek, okay, dude, you can kill me as long as you do it on 1 sweep. Love gotta make me buy Wrenn and Six. It's expensive. Is it? Is it that expensive? How much is it in paper? I would expect it to be like 50 bucks or something. Thank you, Enrico Payazzo, for the follow. Dredge is hot right now. 5-0 with it last night. Yeah, I mean, any kind of aggressive deck is gonna be good right now because you're punishing all the people like me who are just trying to brew and just jam in to see what's possible in the current format, right? So yeah, any sort of deck like this, it's gonna be fine right now. He has Moon. I have to imagine that he's gonna set up a Reforge the soul kill. The good thing is that without Monkey, we basically get to gain a turn. Now the question is, what do I play? Because if I want to go squatter him, which is probably what I have to do, I have to go squatter one of his red sources. If I want to G-cube him, I guess actually I could blow up one of his green sources. He's not gonna be stuck on red mana, but maybe he can get stuck on green, I guess. I think we bottom that because we can naturally draw the ghost quarter, and if we do, that means that we get 2 triad. We could also draw Wrenn, that would be hot. Okay. Land, fetch, basic forest, retreat, sack this, ghost quarter, make 2/2, GQ your green source, here we go. Gonna discard our hands. But if we find Wrenn, maybe we can do something. We found Wrenn. Actually, can we lethal him? That is gross. Honestly, like, Sonic is a fucking genius, man. Like, that's awesome. Phelpson, thank you for the follow. That was amazing. Big fan of what just happened. Big fan of what just happened. Big fan of what just took place. I guess I do want the calls, I don't want the triads. Let's do that. I blink what happened. So Sodek is an absolute master. He says hi, by the way. Say hi to Sodek, chat. What a beast. What a beast. Oh, man, this hand is so close. Guess this one's better. He's a bad person for making Belcher better. I know. Yes. What kind of monster would work on making Belcher better? Stupid Castle Garenberg. Ornithopter, Infernal Plunge, Ritual, Iron Crag, Feet, Belcher is what happened, exactly. What does Purge do in this matchup? It blows up Blood Moon. GQ then Vesuva to copy. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing just yet. But I think I'm gonna go for that now that I know what he's doing. So we're gonna go squatter here. Gonna play this 1, 2, sack the Suva, copy Ghost Quarter. Do this now. Now the question is, do I swing for 3 or do I get a Flagstones? I think I swing for 3. This is going to be 3 plus 6 next turn. And I'm going to play Knight of Heroic Quarry. That's down to 11. And then we can do 3 and we can make Knight up to a 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can bring Sodek to 1. Seems relevant though. Seems definitely relevant. Have I considered Retro Arcanist in Modern? Not in this deck, of course. He seems to be a reclaimer in terms of sleeper. The issue that I have with Arcanist is that you need to build your entire deck around it in a little bit of a more costly way. So if you want to make Arcanist work, you need to be playing cards that you maybe don't want to be playing. Like, for example, stuff like Opt or Serum Visions, which are overall cards that are not very good in Modern. So it puts you in a tough spot in terms of it forces you to play cards that you don't really want to be playing. While Reclaimer doesn't really do that. Like, Flagstones is kind of free in a way. I guess kind of free is not a good way to put it. It may be more accurate to say that you can make it kind of free with a little bit of deck building work. We may be just dead, but here we can bring Sodek down to 1. And if we find a fetch land, we just have lethal. But it seems like he just kills us. Yeah. GG's. We just need to find some disruption. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't find anything. Even Wrenn would have been good enough because we'd have been able to play the Wrenn and we would have been able to get back the Ghost Quarter. What's up, Sodek? How's it going? GG's, man. I wasn't expecting to be there that game 1. When you play that Omnithopter, I'm like, oh, is that a tech to not die? And then I'm like, oh, that's a lot smarter. Why have a tech to not die when you can just have a tech to kill me on the spot? Seems better. Seems better. Questions about the Amulet decks. Why 2/2 Grazer Snake? Why only 3 Dryads? Is Crumbling that good? Why the red-white Hasteland instead of just the red one? One at a time. 2 and 2 because I don't know what the meta looks like, and by having 2 and 2, whenever you are doing splits when you're sideboarding, it can make some of your bad matchups a little bit better because, for example, against aggro, you don't need to cut all your scouts and you can leave a couple of Grazers So it's a little bit easier to work that out. Why only 3 Dryads? Because I was trying it out. I'm not certain on that. The idea is Azusa helps you be faster, which is something that we want in Amulet right now. While Dryad is a win condition, but not really, because if you don't resolve a Titan, it is not a win condition. And if you resolve a Titan, you can just back through your Dryad, so you don't need to have that many copies. Is Crumbling Bastions are good? Yes. It enables some lands, and it fixes your mana, which is 2 things they are pretty interested in. Why the red-white haste instead of the red one? Because the red one always sucked, in my opinion. It was only good whenever you had access to a shit ton of Dryads, because it makes your Titans worse. And right now, of course, Dryad is just worse. So by making your Titan better, you just make your win rate better. That's just basically how it works. Anyway, hope that answered the questions. And I'm definitely keeping this hand. Crushing Full seems to be too good. We have tried it just need more flavor. Well, you need to find a way to put it in the graveyard. If you don't have a way to put it in the graveyard, then like that means that you have to cast it. And if you are casting it, that means that you... I don't know. It's not that good if you're casting it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, for the split, I think there is a lot of Lavadar. I think the snake seems meh. Can you play for Dryad to Azusa? Yeah, you can. You can. That was my first shot at it. I'm not sure that what I did was even remotely close to correct. So with my hand, I think it's gonna be more important to get Reclaimer going. Also, we can't even get value from this Wrenn, so what's really the point? Or maybe playing around Scapeshift. Playing against Scapeshift, I mean. Or just good old Jando. Just really know my decks, I have to do something with my decks. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Rodrigo. Oh! Dredge. Yeah, this is fine. My opponent only got a Thuggo. One gas is not gonna be enough for me to bite the bullet here. So I guess with this being Dredge, we're just gonna develop our mana here. Blackstones. Tempting. Very, very tempting, but let's not randomly get destroyed. Another reunion. Okay, this one is enough. They just dredged 3 times, so. We just ran here, right? Wrenn get back Flagstones allows us to continue ramping. Play Flagstones, we're still holding up Bojuki Bog, and next turn we turn the corner and we start dryading them down. So if you answered it earlier, are you going to rebuild the Udo Cryptic Teferi deck? Well, I mean, there's no more Udo, so no to that part. And as far as the rest, I might. Honestly, right now I'm more interested... If I were to be playing some form of control, it would be something a little bit more Stoneblade-ish. Put a Mill Sloam there. I'm kind of more interested in that. I think that Stoneblade is Stoneforge is kind of nice in this kind of metagames. So Mesa, Mine, and Gorge. Not worried about this one of Bloodgas, and I'd rather get my Valakut going. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna spend this week. I'm just way too excited this week about trying decks that, you know, are a little bit more in my wheelhouse, be it Amulet or Reclaimer shells. But next week I might start trying out some other nonsense. This one is just very, very much in the bag though. This one is very, very much in the bag. One, two, yeah, they're literally just dead right now. Second Valakut. 6, yeah. Dr. Edge. Relics. This guy. That's it. Cut path to exiles. Cut escape. We could bring in purges. I guess I want to bring in purges actually. These are because of Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon. I'm not gonna be, you know, wanting to purge a Bloodghast under ideal circumstances. I'm looking for turn 1 Reclaimer or something like this, of course. Wrenn is not a bad draw there, so if my opponent kept their hand because of the ley line, we can actually get out of this. If my opponent kept a good hand, then we're going to be in trouble, but if they kept this hand basically because of the strength of ley line, we might be able to get him here. Of course, the reason my opponent brought in ley line is because it blanks Bog, right? In case you were not aware of the interaction. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. Like, obviously my opponent kept this hand because they thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get them so badly with... let's go Sacred Foundry and Basic Forest. Now that we found another untapped source, we can, you know, guarantee that we get the Vesuva, and we're going to be probably spending this turn to call for Night of Autumn. Blow this up. That's interesting. So I guess I'm doing that instead. So the problem if I go for Knight of the Reliquary here is if my opponent has... If they have Lightning Axe... If they have Lightning Axe, that's the problem. But I think that I am a little bit on the behind side of things, so I think I'm gonna take the risk. Because now we can... Oh, sweet. Well, there's that. Oh, it puts itself on top. That's hilarious. Okay, so I guess I don't have to bog them. Display. Got him. Just casually cash in with every version of Green White Reclaimer. Don't worry about it. Playing against the Moto End Boss himself, Batucinia. So I'm leaning on Temple Garden because it is what gives me the most options. Sagoth Triumph. Probably just gonna play Knight of the Reliquary next turn. Brazil. Batuta Taji Valki? I don't think so, Freya. No, you're confusing him with Hugo. Hugo Freitas. Oh, he's playing. Oh, okay. Just farming ticks. I see. Alright. Well. We can't beat this guy anymore, can we? Because we're gonna need like multiple land drops at this point. It feels shitty. I mean, it is technically legal, but it's just kind of annoying, you know? He says, I had not light power yesterday night and I need to finish this league today. That's fair. And being from Argentina myself, I actually do believe him. Like, it's crazy how often power goes out in South America. It's pretty ridiculous how often that happens. It is just, you know, kind of frustrating. What changed in Cascade rules? I thought they changed, don't permit Valki anymore. They did. but it doesn't go into effect until tomorrow. Do I speak some Portuguese? I do. We had to find some land so we can actually get around to kill this, but we're just going to bucket him. Kind of sucks that we're playing a worthless match, right? Like, I'm trying to build a new deck and I'm trying to test how it'll work and stuff like that, and we're just playing what is like a completely worthless match because we're playing against a deck that cannot exist past today. A little bit frustrating. Feels like I'm wasting my time. It is what it is, though. Turn 1 Reclaimer. I can probably sack this blast zone. Hopefully get the engine going. If it's Mimage, it's not a waste. I mean, it is, right? Because I'm not sure this is a meme, precisely. I want to figure out whether I can still play this deck that I built, you know? And I am kind of wasting my time a little bit here because I'm playing against a matchup that is just worthless. Did they ever say what this deck's win percentage was like? I don't think they did. It just doesn't matter, though. If he has Bone Crusher, we're gonna get Bone Crushed here. He does have Bone Crusher. That sucks. Just name Knight. Yep. If he has a second one and they minus on their Reclaimer, kind of fucked. We are kind of doing it, yeah. We are kind of doing it, but we need to get a little bit lucky. Yep, there's another one. I guess we can draw another land. If we draw another land, maybe we're kind of fine. Land, please. Fuck, man. Very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I'm of course hiding the Dryad because I don't want for my opponent to be able to answer the Dryad. Exile the castle and a Misty. Just stay plus on up to 7. Yeah, that's the line. We found it. We are kind of doing it. We are kind of doing it. Basic forest. 3, Thank you for that follow there. Appreciate it. Draw a card. Fetch land is not bad. Petty theft. Should have been playing this deck all along. Yeah, I know. What am I even doing, right? You can exile the Dryad. And they have Bone Crusher too. Oh, come on. Kind of an anticlimactic finish for a good league. Yeah, I know. I know. And they have the 4th one coming up. Ugh. Yeah, it really fucking sucks to end it like this. Really fucking sucks to end it like this, honestly. Alright, I'm done. Alright, you got my money back, Titinia. Good job. Good job. That kind of sucks, though. That really, really sucks. You know, folks are just farming tickets. That's okay, though. I play like 5 leagues. I played 5 leagues, and we only faced the deck once, so most people are still honorable. Most people are still honorable, and they're playing, you know, fair. They're playing decks that are gonna be legal after tomorrow, but you still find the one person. I was a lot more impressed by this deck than I thought I would be. I feel like I'm interested in trying this out, though. A shell like this, a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more clearly geared towards being no nonsense, I guess. I did like Knight of the Reliquary a lot. Like, the combination with Failure Retreat is definitely real. So I do think that even if I'm going for this alternative, I do feel like I want to try out some number of Knights of the Reliquary here. Besides that, actually this sideboard is not horrible. And this sideboard makes a lot more sense once we cut the Lumber Skull. So like cards like Eidolon and stuff like that don't really make that much sense here. I do like that this deck can very easily beat a Blood Moon. What about card 2 failure and 2 play time is it's worth? Again, like this, I just talked about how this deck can beat the Blood Moon. It's because of this card. No, I think that this interaction is very powerful and very underexplored. We saw it come up multiple times today, where we're just using retreat to give our stuff vigilance and then attacking with a knight, and we're able to get some extra value as well on the way out. Naya Triumph when? Yeah, Naya Triumph would make the mana base a lot better, let me tell you that much. Trying to think if I should have some number of calls in this deck. / Summoner Spects. Just to have more reliable access to Dryad. fetch lands, bounce lands, Scattered Grove, Sacred Foundry. The one basic planes. I guess that one basic planes makes sense whenever we're not playing the other thing. How many planes do we got access to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still have the same amount of planes going on, but we're adding Scattered Groves, which is not bad. Triumph spoilers, honestly, yeah, for real, right? Can never go back to a pre-Triumphs era. Gracer is kind of sus. Gracer is kind of sus, honestly. It feels like the mana could use a little bit more help. When are we gonna add a Phyleth, the World's Copter, for the plant value? That's a good question. It's a good question. I actually drafted that card a couple of times, and it was not beatable in Zendikar Limited. I'll tell you that much. Is Vesuva still necessary? I think so. Yes. This list is not playing a bounce land, even, so you do get just the one shot at your Bojuka Ball. You do get the one shot at your Ghost Quarter. Vesuva just gives you a lot of flexibility in that sense, and very often Vesuva just doubles up with Valakut in order to kill. So I do think that Vesuva is still necessary. I'm going to be trying out something like this tomorrow, probably. Oh no, tomorrow's Legacy. I'm going to be playing some Legacy tomorrow. I'm going to have to cut it right now because I have to go in 45 minutes. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I had actually a good time. Like, this deck is maybe a little bit more real than people give it credit for. Again, it just definitely needs a lot of work. Definitely needs a lot of work. But this list was actually not horrendous. Like, it did a lot of cool stuff, and I think that it's a deck that it may be worth pursuing. I think that there's a lot of exploration to be done. Again, like, I'm here cutting Primeval Titans when in reality maybe what I should be doing is the opposite of this. But yeah, Modern continues to be absolutely delightful and just overall an amazing time to play. Like, I've played 25 matches so far of the new format, and every single one of them has been great. People are trying out new stuff. The power level of everything has gone down considerably, which means that brews have gotten a lot better, because you don't have Uro as the nonsense police. So very, very happy with the changes to the format. But that's gonna be it for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the likes and subscribe button, and I will see you again tomorrow for more action. Bye bye.